what's up? And welcome to the most amazing third episode of the Essence with AY podcast with me, your host, Heya AY. I really hope you're well today and ready for our third epi. On this episode, we are going to be talking about media and information literacy. Basically, we're going to talk about what media and information literacy is, importance and challenges of media and information literacy, and then I'll link you to one of the most trending items on social media. But then, before we get into today's business, I'd like to give a very, very big shout out to every single one of you out there who's listening to our second episode on board gender diversity. As a young woman who is so passionate about gender equality and playing my quota in empowering young women, it was very important for me to have featured such an amazing topic on our second epi. I'd like to give a very big shout out to the AI Initiative team, a sustainability consultancy firm on the African continent that supports startups in Africa, who published an insight article on board gender diversity. Back to business, I'd like to also share with you a few reasons why we chose media and information literacy as the main topic for today's epi. Last year in one of my courses back in school, I studied media and information literacy, and then this year too, from the just ended semester, I studied media and information literacy again from a totally different course. So that sort of reminds me of the importance of media and information literacy. And as a young woman working as a communications officer in the development space, media and information literacy has really helped me to achieve all the communication plans I have set for myself and then the various organizations I sort of represent. Because without media and information literacy, I'm not really able to know what exactly to put out there to represent my organization, how to even put it out there, why I even need to put it out there in the first place, and then the various medium I have to use to communicate whatever I need to put out there. So, for me, media and information literacy has really played a major role in my career as a communications person. And the second aspect is that some few days ago, the world celebrated girls in tech and girls in ICT. And without media and information literacy, we really can't do much. Now, we are in a very digitalized era where every single one of us sort of has a smartphone or has a laptop, and every single time you're on the internet, you're on social media, we're just doing a whole lot using our smartphones. And we are possibly able to do it because we are really empowered in the aspect of tech and also in the aspect of media and information literacy. I'm just going to skip straight to what media and information literacy basically means according to UNESCO. So according to UNESCO, media and information literacy basically means set of competencies needed to search, critically evaluate, and contribute to information and media content wisely. And there is a very huge focus on the wisely aspect of this definition. So let's move straight to the importance of media and information literacy. The first we have gathered so far for this podcast is that it multiplies the opportunity for the public to participate in issues within the local, national, and international content. Now, back then, where the media is only sort of the mouthpiece of the people, they gather information and then they disseminate to a very wide audience. These days, the public themselves are sort of becoming the mouthpiece of other people and the mouthpiece of themselves. So you have a lot of media outlets that when they have entertainment programs, or when you have news programs, they like to sort of feature what people are saying on social media. So, they're not just disseminating information to us, but also they are picking out the most interesting conversations people are having on social media on particular topics and issues and sharing it. So, media and information literacy has really sort of influenced us a lot in order for us to share our contributions on issues that we kind of relate best to. And the second importance of MIL is that it plays a major role when it comes to online advocacy. So every November, around ending of November to December, early December, there is an online advocacy and also the offline advocacy on gender-based violence. So we call it the 16 days of activism. Some youth hit the street to advocate, but most of us do it online, So without media and information literacy, how are we even going to be able to search for issues around gender-based violence? How are we going to search for articles that has been published or research papers that have been included on this particular topic? And how would we be able to put whatever we have been able to gather together? How can we really edit everything we have? How can we even put it out on social media? How can we present what we are saying loudly enough for the world to hear us? We can only do that with media and information literacy. And for a lot of online advocacies that are going on lately, you're definitely going to need media and information literacy in order to be able to voice out whatever you think or whatever you stand for via social media, via the internet, whatever online medium you prefer to use. So that's one of the importance of media and information literacy. And like I said, I work as a communications person. Usually through various advocacies, we mostly do them on social media and also offline. But when we do them offline, how are we able to share it to our online audience? We definitely need media and information literacy to do that. So media and information literacy is one of the biggest role in my life currently, and I know it's also playing a role in your life as well. So the third importance of MIL is that personally, we're really able to know when, why, where, and then how to get information. Like I said, when it comes to the aspect of advocacy, you need to critically search for information. Just don't go on social media or any online platform and just put anything out there. You need more information. You need more statistics to support whatever you're standing for. However, if you don't know how to search for these answers, how would you be able to represent whatever you stand for? So it all falls back to media and information literacy. The last importance we are able to gather for you is that it provides employment opportunities. So some few years back, I worked as a blogger with AY Official. I'm usually invited to attend events, media conferences, and press briefings. And at the end of the day, there is this little token given to like journalists in total or journalists in general, and that supported me financially back then. So media and information literacy empowers us to not only stand for whatever we believe in and then make the right choices and decisions online, but also it essentially supports some of us. We are able to work using our knowledge we've gained from media and information literacy to work on the online space. We have a lot of bloggers right now. We have a lot of TikTok influencers right now. We have a lot of Instagram influencers right now. And media information is really guiding them, and they're making a lot of money, and financially they're supporting themselves. So yeah, it also provides opportunity for employment. So let's say 5 years ago, 2,000 people didn't have a job. Now a lot of people are doing crazy things on the internet, and they are getting paid for that. So this all falls back again to media and information literacy. So let's move to the challenges of media and information literacy. There is the other side of every other dice. So one of the challenge of media and information literacy is that we are really not able to sort out what is really reliable from what is fabricated. So we all have smartphones, right? And it's very early in the morning right now, but can I ask you, right, if whatever time you're listening to this podcast, you have a smartphone, how many times have you actually gone on the internet? Or how many times have you gone on social media today? Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok. How many times? A lot of times, right? I need you to come from me. A lot of times, right? Exactly. So me, I visited WhatsApp first this morning as I run an online business, and I got a lot of messages, from a lot of people, and other people that were also sharing broadcast messages also reached me. So this information is already stuck in my head, and then I went straight to Facebook, right? I saw a lot of pages sharing things, anonymous confessions here and there, people celebrating their birthdays, pictures, videos, and all of those stuff. If I had gone on Instagram, I would have seen a whole lot of information. Now, at the end of the day, how am I really sure that some of the things I have seen so far are very reliable and they're not fabricated? It's very, very hard, So some time ago, I was having a discussion with somebody about some of these anonymous confessions on social media, and the person tells me that most of these confessions are total lies. They believes that it's fabricated. It's just somebody who sits behind their phones and just fabricates a whole lot of lies and share it, and then be like, admin, keep me anonymous and all of this stuff, and then they share it to us, and I'm like, oh, this sad, this not good. The person really believes it's fake, but mostly I believe it's real, because some of the stories I read are just so crazy. I'm like, okay, there's no way this is not happening in somebody's lives, but the person I had this conversation with believes otherwise. So in this sense, well, I believe some of these confessions are true, but how sure am I that they are really true and they are not fabricated? So at the end of the day, we're really not able to know how true something is, unless maybe we know the genesis of it all, or we can really see the proof that, well, this is really happening. So yeah, that's the first challenge of media and information literacy. You're not really able to know what is fabricated and what is not. Second is that there is conflict between speed and accuracy. There's always a thing about journalism, that you have to be the first to share the information, then you can get the audience, and the audience will get to trust you. And if there is any breaking news, they know, okay, then I have to rely on AWOL Official, because AWOL Official is the first news outlet that always bring this out. So if there is anything, they're not even checking for credibility, they're just going straight to AWOL Official to see what AWOL Official has to say about that particular thing. We just listen to what people say on social media, and what our friends say, we just find out a bit about it. Oh, it's true. And then we just write an article and we just publish, and we just sort of negatively influence people. So media and information literacy, although it's so good and it has empowered a lot of us, it also brings about a conflict between speed and accuracy. The challenge of media and information literacy is that the internet and social media has made it easier for us to select information that supports our pre-existing beliefs. So we tend to reinforce these beliefs rather than challenge them. And this officially takes us to the next level of this podcast. That is one most trending item on social media, following media and information literacy, and following this last challenge of MIL we are sharing with you today. So pre-existing beliefs. Then we were told that, the woman's place is in the kitchen, and the man's place is outside of the kitchen. But these are pre-existing beliefs, right? But these days a lot of things are changing, and men's place even tend to be in the kitchen more than women. However, some men still think that the place of a woman is in the kitchen, not on the internet, or not at the office where she's kicking it and supporting a lot of women and kicking. On social media these past few weeks, there's been these conversations and interaction about the reason why some men still want women to cook for them. And one that I read on Facebook, lady was saying that, so a guy met her sister who holds a major position in the company the same guy works with. However, her sister's position is way higher than the guy. So I think they became friends, and then they exchanged contact, and the guy got bitten by the rain. So when he got home, called the lady's sister and he told her, I was really bitten by the rain. I think I'll come over so you cook for me. And then another lady also shared the fact that, he's actually with a friend, maybe her boyfriend or just a normal friend. And then also the person would usually call to ask, when are you cooking for me to come and eat? And the conversation that women are having is that, why are some men like that? Why is it that they are always asking women to cook for them, either inviting them over to their homes to come and cook for them? Oh, I want you to come and prepare stew for me this weekend. Can you come? Oh, I want you to do granite soup for me and, rice balls. Can you come? So it's always men asking women to come cook for them. How about men cook for themselves if they want?